Hello, guys. Good morning, and welcome to your Wednesday crypto report. It's August 29th, 2018. Glad to have you guys here. Now, listen, it's going to be an interesting show. One thing we're going to talk about is crypto security and how much more secure it is than the carrying cash or gold or jewelry or anything like that. We're entering into a very turbulent time in human history. The world is getting more and more chaotic, and people, you might need to move someplace. You might need to get out of Dodge. You might need to get out of town and move to some other country or something. If the government starts to impose some sort of very restrictive laws on you, and stuff like that, honest to goodness, they just keep cracking down and cracking down. And what it's all really about is the government's basically broke, and they're after money. The governments are after money. And they're going to come after the common, ordinary citizens. Right now, you can't carry more than $10,000. The thing is that seems okay. You say, okay, well, that's all right. $10,000 is a lot of money. Well, we've got profound inflation coming. And not only that, this is how the government works. When they first get something in, they leave it kind of loose, and they let the people accept it. They don't crack down really hard. But later they crack down harder. So they'll take that 10,000 that they let you have now, and they'll change the law to 5,000. At the same time, inflation will double. And so the buying power of that 10,000 will be reduced down to about 2,000. And then they'll cut it again till the buying power is only reduced to 1,000. And why they do that is they're hungry for money, for your money. They're robbers. It's really what they are, is robbers. It's literal robbery. Now listen, guys, I broke my this side. I broke my glasses. I got to go into the store to get a new pair of glasses. Oh well, whatever. Okay, so we're going to talk about how do you carry money nowadays? Well, there's a new kid in town. New kid in town is the cryptocurrencies. And they're not like the old cash we used to have. They're not like when you're carrying things like gold or silver or anything like that either, you know. Cryptocurrencies are going to really foul the government's efforts up to steal. For the common citizens like us, if we want to carry money, if we want to carry crypto, there's special ways we can carry crypto. It's really going to foul them up so they can't steal from us anymore. And I'm going to show you how on this particular show. So anyway, let's get started. Let's open up the charts right here. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get right into Bitcoin itself. We're going to take a look at the 1 minute chart on Bitcoin. Now we're at $7,097. And an awful lot of these guys out there that are into cryptocurrency right now are going, yippee, hooray, Bitcoin's back in the bull market. Doggone, I gotta fix this chart a little bit. Sorry, guys. Just give me a second here. It's expanded too big, my chart. Okay. There, that's more manageable. Okay, so right now it's at $7,096. And an awful lot of these guys that report on Bitcoin today are saying, hey, we're in a bull market again. No, guys, hold on. We're not. We're not in a bull market again. We're in an uptick of the same market that we've been in. It hasn't broken out yet to the upside, and I'm going to show you the point where if it does make that breakout to the upside, that it's going to be obvious that we're on our way. But we're not on our way yet. We could be in for one more low yet coming up. One more buying opportunity could be coming, and it's very possible it could be coming. But I would say probably today, I'm not buying cryptocurrency today. Not at these prices. I want to get a little bit lower prices. And I'm thinking there's a very strong possibility that we will have a little bit lower prices. Now, if we take a look at the 12-hour chart, I'll show you why. We'll shift back here. Okay, yeah, this one here, this is good on the 12-hour chart. Well, you can see that we've been going through a period of lower highs. Well, this was the first lower high right here. 11,000 roughly, 11,700 bucks. And then this was the second lower high, 9,933. And there's the third one at 84. Well, if this proves to be a lower high that we're making right now, they're like consecutive waves, and each wave is smaller than the last, then this wave is going to break before $8,000. Probably maybe 7,500 or something like that. The wave is gonna break. Maybe even a little bit higher, maybe 7,800, 7,900. The wave's gonna break, and she's gonna go back down and test 6,000 again. I'm gonna tell you what, guys. If she does that, if she goes up and gets up close to 8,000 and she breaks and she comes back down to around $6,000, this might be your last buying opportunity. If it does that. And I'm hoping for that because I'm going to be in there buying if it does that. You know, that's what I'm waiting for. But the thing is if we see it pass $8,000 and go higher, say 82, 8,300, right? Then I think we might be on our way to the races. We might be starting to come out of this bear market that we've been in for a while now. So we're going to have to wait and see which it does. One of those two things. It's very interesting. Waiting to see. And now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the government. You know, they're at the border. Any country you go, and there's all kinds of borders all over the earth. There's borders everywhere, for crying out loud. They put up these borders. What a waste of time, what a waste of money. But it's there. The border's there. And you go to the border, and they're out to basically take all of your money. The first question they ask you when you get to the border is, here's a paper they give you, and it's a declaration. That declaration that they give you of how much money you have, that should be, I don't know, maybe it's not unconstitutional, maybe they're allowed to do it, but it should be completely unconstitutional. Really, to be honest, it's just totally, in my mind, it kind of crosses the line. It's kind of like, okay, this, what in the hell are they doing? Now I know they're going to do that, so I never carry any amount of money with me. I always only carry like maybe just enough to get me by to be able to buy a motel room or whatever when I'm traveling. I carry a little bit of money, but my point is they're going to keep lowering the bar on that paper. Now that we've allowed them to do this, as the people of Earth, we haven't mounted up and say, hey, hell no, you're not going to try to rob us every time we cross the border anywhere. We haven't come across and done that. So we've let them get away with it. Now that we've let them get away with it, they're going to keep lowering the bar. So it's even me, with my maybe $500 I got, that I need for motel fees or whatever. They're not even going to allow that in the end. They're going to be after every dollar they can get a hold of. So people that are passing through the border, picture, if you will, they pass them that declaration paper and say they've lowered it to $500. Well, these people are going to have a hard time getting through the border if they carry any money with them. But the crypto people are not going to have any trouble because the government is going to have a harder and harder time to try to stop the crypto people. And the crypto people will be carrying millions through the border or whatever, 100,000, whatever. Their whole life savings. They'll be carrying it through, no trouble. They don't have to sign any papers or anything else, because they're going to be storing it under DNA. Let's see the government find that, I mean, they could actually quite literally have their cryptocurrency stored inside a turd. You know what I mean? And the government, how in the hell are they going to find it? I mean, they could have their cryptocurrency stored in their tears in this generation. They could have it in their hair. And it just looks like any other piece of hair. And it says, stop wasting time. It says, Bitcoin fanatics are storing their cryptocurrency passwords in their DNA. And this is happening right now. And it shows a tube. This vial has got a drop of liquid in it, and that is the cryptocurrency passwords and everything inside that. You could store it in your fingernail. You know what I mean? In your real fingernail, and it would look like a regular fingernail. How's the government gonna? Here's the government. We got the government, and I'm going to tell you a story about what they actually did. One guy had a bag, just a bag. He was going through the border, and it had the Bitcoin insignia on the side of the bag. This is how they are. And they said, hey, you know what? We're not going to let you through the border. The guy said, why? They said, you got a Bitcoin in that bag. It was just the Bitcoin logo on the side of his bag. They said, we're not going to let you in. You got a Bitcoin. That's a Bitcoin right there. You know? That, I mean, and the Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies are moving ahead with technology this fast that right now you can store your Bitcoin in DNA. And they're not going to, so the Bitcoin people and the cryptocurrency people are going to be waltzing on through the border, no troubles, you know, and they got their Bitcoins either stored in their DNA or in passwords or whatever, and they're going to be waltzing through the border. And you're going to be standing there in line with your $250 in your pocket, and you've signed a paper, and the government's going to be saying, hand over your money. Give me that. We see that $250 because it's obvious it's cash, and we're not going to let you go through because they're going to lower the bar that low. They're so greedy for money. They're so out for money right now that they're going to lower the bar where you can't get through with $200. That's what it's going to come to, and it's not that far down the road, you know. And by the time they get to that point where they're out for $200, they won't even let you go through with $200. By the time they get to that point, they're going to have the people so downtrodden. They're going to have the people in such a position where all of the middle class people out there have basically lost everything. And they're out to take what's left. They're out to grab what they can get that's left, you know. And they're going to intimidate you. All of the borders, every border on earth, you know, right now they're equipped with, most of them are equipped with sidearms. By that time, they're all going to have machine guns. So you're going to feel very intimidated. You're trying to get through the border. They're standing around there with about 100 machine guns at the border, and they're frisking you, and they find your $100 or whatever, your cash. As soon as they find that, they're going to be screaming, money launderer, money launderer, and you're going to be going off to the federal penitentiary for 30 years, but they'll have your money. You know, this is what they're really after. What they're really after is your money. They're after your money. They've been after your money for a long time out there. Cryptocurrencies, the bankers is what's running all this, is the bankers. The bankers are quite literally driving the governments to this point where everybody's on the take it. Everybody's after your money. And I'm going to tell you what. Cryptocurrency is going to destroy their world. This is a race, guys. This is a race. This is a race whether they can destroy you, because that's what they're out to do, the governments and everything. They're just constantly pushing harder and harder and harder. And you guys are feeling the pinch, right? They're either out to destroy you or they're going to get destroyed by cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is going to destroy them. It's quite literally going to destroy them. It's going to destroy their ability to attack people's savings. And you think this cryptocurrency is not going to be popular? You think this is not going to be popular? Look at this wallet here. Oh, you're going to love this. This is called a Trezor wallet. This is the wallet I use. I don't use the DNA. I don't know. It just doesn't quite, I don't know. It just doesn't quite work with me. I think, well, what if, I don't know. I'm just not into the DNA thing, but I am into this Trezor. And this Trezor, you know, I mean, this is great, you know. This is a wallet that offers top-notch security for your Bitcoins and against both physical and virtual theft. You control 24 words on setup, right? And these words are your cryptocurrency. The words are called a seed, a 24-word seed. See, is generated. Now, that seed gives you access to your coins on this Trezor wallet. Now, this is what a Trezor wallet looks like. See? And you plug it into your computer. The wallet is not, in fact, what really holds your Bitcoins. What really holds your Bitcoins is this seed, this 24-word seed that you write down. So you could lose this wallet entirely, this Trezor wallet. Or the government could say, oh, you got money, if you're trying to get through the border, and they take your Trezor wallet away from you, right? As long as you got this seed, though, this 24-word seed, you got the money, you know? And say they steal your Trezor and they say, ha ha, we got it now, we got your money. We got all your Bitcoins. And they go run it off with a Trezor and they say, okay, we got your Bitcoins, so now you can proceed to go through the border free. Because we got your Bitcoins. Okay? So they take that Trezor in and they start trying to use passwords, trying to crack it. Each time they use a password and they get it wrong, okay, on the Trezor, it takes longer for the next try. And so if they're trying to use these passwords, if they say they make 30 guesses at the password, they're going to be in a process that's going to take them 17 years. Because each time they make a guess, it takes longer before they can make the next guess. And so if they get 30 guesses at the password to get into Trezor, so they're sitting there and they're toying, because they don't really understand the technology anyway. The technology that's going to destroy them, their ability to steal. They don't understand that technology. So they're sitting in there trying to get in your Trezor wallet, right there in these passwords and stuff, trying to steal your cryptocurrency. You know? Meanwhile, you got your 24 words. This 24-word seed will give you instant access to that wallet. 24 words like spaghetti, broccoli, potatoes, you know? And you got all this, you've got these 24 words. Now, gosh knows where your 24 words are. Or how you would take those 24 words with you, or know them from the other place. Maybe you could have them in an email that you sent to yourself or something like that, you know. And so, simple. You haven't got nothing. So you pass through the border, you got nothing. They've got your Bitcoin. Ha ha! They got your Bitcoin. They stole your Trezor wallet. But let's see them actually get that Bitcoin out of that wallet. So this is the world we're moving into. This is what everyone's going to be doing after a while, because people are going to figure it out, because people are not stupid. The government's getting greedier and greedier. They're going to force the people into this in the end. You're going to be forced into this. You're going to have to carry your money this way, because as it gets more and more popular to carry your money this way, the cost of this money, this cryptocurrency money, is going to go up. The cost of the money that the government's trying to steal is going to go down. In other words, the cost of it, what I'm saying is the value, what its purchasing power of this money is going to go down. What the government's trying to take, it's going to go down. It's going down with them. And I've often listened to an economist called Martin Armstrong, and he says this next crisis that's coming is going to be a crisis in government. Basically, he says that it's going to be a tremendous, well, I know it's going to be a gigantic monetary contraction. And this is why they're trying to steal so bad, because they're broke. They can't even fill your frickin' potholes, for crying out loud. They've expanded and expanded with the credit expansion. Government has expanded. And there's too many of them. They're everywhere, and they're just like some sort of a parasitic life form that's out there trying to take your money. Because that's what keeps them going. They need money, too, to survive as an entity. They're like cancer. Cancer needs to feed on your cells of your body in order to survive. And that's the way with these suckers. And this cryptocurrency is suddenly, this is like, if this cryptocurrency expands far and wide to the government, this is going to really, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. But I do know that if you cut off the money supply coming into the government, I mean, not just the bankers are going to suffer from all this, but cryptocurrency gives power back over to the people. But this is going to be so disruptive, because we're in a position where the whole system has been established by the government and the bankers to run everything. The entire establishment runs everything, and the deep state is mixed right in with the establishment. And if you just suddenly uproot all of that, which is the potential and the power of cryptocurrency, is to suddenly uproot all that, then what you'd have is basically no structure to society anymore. When everybody's their own banker with these cryptocurrencies, you've lost all structure to society. Some sort of new structure would have to come in and take the place of the structure that's departing. And you're going to go through a transition period that hard to tell just how chaotic it could actually become. So this is what we're heading into. But cryptocurrency, if all the world's value comes into the cryptocurrencies are going to go up 1,000 times in what they're actually worth. So you're going to have the haves and the have-nots. The society, the way it will be restructured, might not be actually as good as the society the way we have it now. And so it might be like jumping from the frying pan into the fire, but guess what, guys? We're going there. We got no choice. Cryptocurrencies are going to take us there. There's no putting that horse back in the barn at this point. It's all over, basically. And so you're going to see the haves as the people who have bought into cryptocurrency early adopters become rich. And they're going to be the haves. And the have-nots within society are going to be the people who have to buy in at the tail end of this thing. When the price is so exorbitantly high, it takes all of their money only to purchase a very small amount, and that they need that small amount of cryptocurrency in order to survive in a new society that's everything is priced in cryptocurrencies. They're not going to have very much money, in other words. They're going to be poor. And so you're going to have the poor and the rich, and nothing in between. And this is like, I think they call it feudalism or whatever. We used to have society like that in the Middle Ages, where you used to have a guy and he used to have a bag of gold, and he was a rich guy, right? And you had the guy who didn't have any gold. He was the poor guy, you know? If somehow the poor guy could get the rich guy's bag of gold, then he could be the rich guy, and then the rich guy would be the poor guy. And that's basically the way it works. And that's how cryptocurrency works, believe it or not, even though it runs off of a bunch of passwords and passkeys and everything else. Why it's so important to secure these passcodes and passkeys and everything else properly is because in this world we're moving in, that is going to be your bag of gold, you know? And that's why you want to invest in something like a Trezor, because it makes it impossible for them to steal your cryptocurrencies. Now, the Trezor, what goes with it is this billfold thing. And what it basically is it's a little device for storing your seed on steel. So if you store your seed on paper, say you write down your seed number. Remember I told you about a seed number, and the seed number is how you actually, your wallet actually runs off of that seed, which is 24 words. Well, here it is right here. It's a metal thing, made of metal, and it stores your seed words on metal. So if your house burns down, you still have you can sift through the ashes and you can find your seed on this stainless steel. And you'll still have your cryptographic money even if your house burns down. So this is a nifty little thing. I haven't really got one of these yet. I'm going to get one. One of these billfoldy things or whatever that are made of the metal that you can store your seed on for your cryptocurrencies. I got to get technical with this. You know, I used to always store my cryptocurrencies on a wallet on my computer. It's on my hard drive, you know, and that was good enough for me in the early days, I guess, of cryptocurrencies. Well, here's the thing. This is not good enough anymore. You got to have a Trezor because this is getting serious now. And back 5 years ago or whatever, cryptocurrencies was not a serious thing. Now it's getting to be a serious thing. And its potential to grow is absolutely amazing. And so you need to get serious with it. You need to store them on a Trezor. It not only keeps your cryptocurrency safe, it's also going to, well, there's others. There's like Nano. There's another one called Nano Wallet. Anyway, it keeps your cryptocurrency safe. And it also keeps, see, cash is going to go the way of the Goonie bird in the end when these cryptocurrencies get going. Anyway, that's another subject. I've talked long enough this morning. I've talked 21 minutes, and how the heck did I talk 21 minutes? Thank you guys for listening. Got to get some new glasses today. These ones are about ready to fall off of my head. Anyway, I enjoyed this talk, though. I really enjoy talking about the corrupt, dirty government that's only after money. Well, it's nothing new. It's nothing new. I mean, we've been through this for a long time. Take a look at the police officers back years and years, and even now, still now, not so much now, but they used to when I was growing up. They used to always hide behind a bush or something and point that radar detector at you. And they used to do it in a place where there was like a hill coming down to a school area, and the speed limit is like 30 miles an hour. And they call it a speed trap because people coming down the hill, they're not paying any attention. Their car creeps up a little bit in speed because the hill's pushing them down. And at the bottom of the hill, the cop is waiting there with the radar detector on you. You know what I mean? And a 30-mile-an-hour limit. And your car drifted up because the cars coast. You know, your car drifted up to 40. And he writes you a ticket. He doesn't give you any way out of it. You're going to have to pay it. And this is called a speed trap. And they've done that for ages. Well, they're just as greedy for money today. Nothing's really changed. Actually, they're more greedy for money, and they're cracking down. They're getting more and more greedy for money. Governments are broke, right? This is what it amounts to. And the politicians, they're nothing but greedy little lawyers is what they do. And they get into office, and it's all about the money. You look at them. That's why they're all fat. You know, they all got like, I mean, they're all, I don't know how to describe it. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next show. Bye-bye.